great wholesome Saturday, this third day of February of 2023. Oh, I just realized today makes 3 years since I've last smoked Mary Jane. Yo, awesome. Yo, check it out. I got awakened up like around 4:30. I was literally dreaming that I was writing. Like, I was clear as day. I was just journaling. And 2 words that initially I could only remember once I woke up, and it was flesh and change, right? These material flesh, these material bodies will pass away. Things will change. To all things there is a season. And then I kept meditating till I remember the last word: favor. The only thing I could remember initially was, like, that the last thing I wrote, which was change is the only constant. Change is the only constant in life. You know what I'm saying? Things are always changing. The seasons are never the same. The sun changes its positions as it rises throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? It's not always sunny. Sometimes it's cloudy. Sometimes it's rainy. Sometimes it's hot. Sometimes it's cold. Sometimes it's dry. Sometimes it's wet. You get what I'm saying? I was like, change is the only constant. First you're a seed, then you start growing into a little tree that eventually blooms and bears fruit. Like, to all things there is, change is the only constant. And then it was flesh, this material flesh. We all, you know what I'm saying? It's temporary. And then it was favor. I was like, oh, favor. Things done right in the flesh create favor. If you want favor out of life, it was like, force properly applied with focus creates favorable outcomes. If we want favorable results in our life, then we got to do right things in the flesh to create those favor, to receive that favor of what we call God, to receive the favor of nature, to receive the favor of reality. In order to have things work in our favor, then we must do favorable things. We must do favorable acts. We must meditate upon favorable thoughts, embody favorable feelings, and do favorable things with our will. Use our will in the right fashion so that we can create favorable results for our life, so that the manifestation of our desires is what we get. And then it got me thinking about fairness, because I have said, and we have the habit of saying, hey, life ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? Things ain't always fair. And, this society is all about, today, this modern society is all about fairness and trying to make things fair when they should just be just is only making things worse. Because if somebody doesn't deserve, then they shouldn't get what they don't deserve. Like, if you don't deserve a trophy, you shouldn't get a trophy just for participation. And it was like, life is fair. Because it was like, life gives you what you worked for. You simply get what you worked for. If you didn't work, then you don't get anything. And I was like, damn, that's true. So yeah, family, at 4-something a.m. in the morning, in the twilight hours, at 4-something in the twilight hours, because I don't like to use morning that often because I'm not mourning. What am I mourning? I'm happy. I got nothing to mourn. Maybe the dead days that have already passed. But what's to mourn about them? I'm happy about them. They've all been good. So yeah, at 4-something in the twilight hours, this is what's on my mind. This is what I'm doing. I'm meditating for almost an hour, trying to figure all this stuff out. Then eventually I'm trying to go back to sleep. So I'm like, I keep thinking. So I was like, man, you shh. So my whole time, the only way I put myself back to sleep was like, shh, shushing to myself. That was my mantra in my mind. Shh, shh, till I finally knocked out. Even now, I wake up, I see the sun on my wall, so I turn around, boom, open up the window, sun gaze a little bit. Then I'm like, go back to sleep. Then I close my eyes and it's like, nah, stay up, bro. Stay up. Go make your blend. You know what I'm saying? Stay up, enjoy the day. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna go back to sleep. So I finally shut my brain off. And then it was like, but you could get up. And I was like, oh. So I'm like, forget about it. I'm gonna go prep the blend, then lay back down. And no, here we are. It's been 10 minutes. And we're still out here creating some content. You know what I'm saying? Doing our duty. Applying our focus properly, putting in that force so that we can create that favor. So yeah, family, keep it in mind. Change is the only constant. Change is the only constant. So learn to, live in a state of flow. Not overthinking things, doing your best every chance you get, being as proactive, proficient, positive with your time, with your attention, with your energy, with your mental space and material resources, properly applying the force, i.e. your spirit, your energy, your consciousness in a focused fashion so that you may create favorable results, desirable outcomes for the flesh, for this material flesh, and enjoy every bit of life that you are fortunate to have. You get what I'm saying? To all there is a season, and there will come a season for you to pass on. So develop that soul properly, all right?